Hi, welcome to Global Nutrition FCS 411. I'm Dr. Sian Safai-Wait, and I'm the instructor for this class. This is the condensed version of Global Nutrition, which is offered in the summertime. This year we're offering it from June 13th, Monday, to Friday, July 22nd. All of the course materials you'll find up on the BB Learn website, other than the textbook. And so what I'd like to do is spend a few minutes and take you through how to navigate around the class and what you need to know to get started and to be successful in this very, very condensed, quick summer course. So to begin with, if you look on the left-hand side of your BB Learn panel, you'll see Getting Started. And under Getting Started, there's a description of the course. There are learning objectives, and there's the Getting Started video, obviously the one that you're watching right now. And then, most importantly, is the syllabus and the schedule. The syllabus is a PDF file, is a PDF folder, and you'll want to look through it and maybe put it in a notebook or something. It goes through all of the grading criteria for the class, expectations, policies, what is expected, and all of the requirements and all of the points for the different grading criteria that I use. So that's the syllabus. You'll want to look at that. And then also important is the schedule, the Global Nutrition schedule. On the schedule, it gives you a day-by-day, class-by-class play of what is expected, what your reading assignment is, what module you're in, etc. So you're going to want to know all the dates, your exams, what's due. That's everything you need to know is on the schedule. So, and then the textbook. We won't actually be using the textbook until the second half of the class, so you should probably order it now, and then after the midterm we'll be delving into it. The textbook is Food and Culture by Catherine Sucher, and she has been the author for a long time. You can get the book at the bookstore. They have used copies, and also you can pick up copies online if you are taking this course remotely. I like half.com because you can buy used copies. I went up there the other day and there were several copies that were around $35 each. So look around and see what you can find. And we're using the 6th edition. Okay, so I talked about the schedule and the syllabus. I want to talk about the 3 ways that you will be graded for this class. And I always like to say you come into this class with an A, and you have to work hard to not get it. Because if you follow the assignments, or if you turn in your assignments, do the discussions, and take your exams, you should get an A in the class. There are 3 ways that I grade this class. Number 1 is we meet virtually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays every week. And on Monday, each day, I will give you a module to read. And in each module is a PowerPoint presentation and then some additional reading materials. And then I ask you to do a reflection paper that has a due date, and you'll see that on the schedule, a half-page reflection paper on what you learned in this module, what you liked about it. And at that time, I don't want you to like spit back all the content to me because I already know the content because I put it together. I want to know your reflections on the content and the reading. Quote which reading assignments you liked, what you found helpful, what you didn't agree with, things like that. And it's only a half page. And I suggest that you write it in Word and then cut and paste it into BB Learn. Otherwise, BB Learn sometimes freezes. So that way you won't lose it. And those are due at 3 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So that's one way, and you get 10 points for every reaction paper, and there's one due every time that we meet. The second thing I was going to mention is, and that you're graded on for points, is the discussion boards. The discussion boards are related to the readings. So if you have an assignment that's due on Monday of the module, for example, we begin by talking about the Paleolithic age and the beginning of time, what we ate. So if your reading assignments on Monday are for that. We then discuss it on Wednesday so that you have that background information to have a legitimate and intellectual discussion with your colleagues. The discussion boards are divided into two. There are two discussion boards. I've divided the class into two 6-member groups. So you're responsible for the group that you're in, and I will post a question each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll post a question, and then you discuss it among your group. And each time you discuss, you get a certain number of points, and the maximum points that you can get is 10. And so I suggest, to get the maximum points, that you have a discussion with your colleagues and other students at least 4 times per topic area. So when I post a discussion question, you will then interact with your other students, your colleagues, 4 times in your group. If you only interact once, then you only get 2.5 points. If you react twice, you get 5 points. If you interact 3 times, you get 7.5 points. That's how it goes. So shoot for the 10 points. I've been teaching this class for a long time, and that's where people lose points, is when they don't get on and do the discussions. And then the third way to earn points for this class is the midterm exam and the final exam and the project. So let me talk for a few minutes about the exams. The exams are open book exams or open container exams. They're multiple choice and short answer. You do not have to go to a testing center to take them. You can take them right on BB Learn. And I open them up at 7 a.m. and I close it at about 11 p.m. So you have the whole day to take the exam. And they're based upon each module area, content area. So, for example, we talk about, one of the modules is food in the prehistoric world, from hunters and gatherers, the history of food from past to present. I'll ask questions about that on your exam, and you can go back in the units if you don't remember and try to answer the exam. That's for the midterm and the final. And then you have a project due, and the project is really fun. It's where you investigate the country of your choice, and it's a 5-page investigation of the health systems, food systems, sustainability systems of that particular country. And you write about that. It's referenced, and it's referenced in APA style. Again, 5 double-spaced pages. And so you can do that, or I give you another choice of where you can actually do virtual pen pals and get on some of the online discussion forums where you actually interview someone from the country of your choice. And we have questions up there that you can look at that might help guide you in your interview guide if you would like to conduct an interview. So those are the 3 areas where you get points. If you need to get a hold of me, the best way to get a hold of me is through email. But if you have a question that you think some of your classmates would also like to know the answers to, please post your questions in the question and answers section on the discussion board. That way everybody can see them and everybody can see my answers. So if it's a general question, post it on the Q&A in BB Learn in the discussion boards. Otherwise, you can ask me in an email, and or you can, if you want to have make an appointment with me to do Skyping, so we can do face-to-face, you can make an appointment with in my office hours at that time too. So I'm not on campus. I'm in Boise and in Coeur d'Alene, so rarely do I get to meet you in person. It's usually just via Skype or email back and forth. I think that is everything I wanted to go over with you. If you have any questions, please post them or get a hold of me. We start class on Monday, and so I will begin with your first assignment, and then you'll be introducing yourselves, and I'll give you instructions on how to do that. But for right now, go in, look at the course, navigate around, download the schedule and the syllabus, and I will see you in the virtual world of BB Learn. Thanks for being in the class this summer. I'm looking forward to reading what you have to say.